In the morning when you wake up, the same thing. When the alarms goes off, for most of us, we'll hit the snooze button and go back to sleep, isn't it? To tell you what, especially students, teenagers, that bed will grow legs and arms to grab you down for hours. So turn off that alarms, get up right away. No negotiation. If you cannot get up, give yourself 5 seconds to live. Only 5 seconds. Because with one breath going in without going out, that is within 1 second, we died already. Right? So 5 seconds is way a lot already. Now, 5 seconds that we have to give to ourselves to get up by counting backward. Let us all count together by 5, 4, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up. Get up right away. That is how you win yourself. Even if you win thousands of the wars, it cannot even compare to one-time victory yourself. To win yourself just one time. That laziness, all those things, if you can win it, you want to live in this world. Otherwise, we're gonna be the same as everyone always wanted to walk on the flat roads, smooth roads. We don't want anything in between. But our venerable monks, we've been walking 89 days, especially Alabama State, giving us so much love with roller coaster roads. But we still walk with mindfulness. A lot of rock, a lot of glass, nails, screw along the road. We step on all those. But we still be able to make it here tonight. Because we promise ourselves that we will have to walk on any type of road. Because our life is never going to be easy for us. Just like the sunflower. These days we receive a lot of sunflowers. They are very pretty, right? We know that the sunflowers, when they have a bud, right? That bud is like, when it's grow, it's always like this, facing down, flexible like this. It's not growing straight upward. But then when it grow, each and every day, it turn up. Each and every day where it grow older, taller, is always face to the sunlight and go upright, just like that. It means that when we practice anything in life, when we walk, when we came to this world always have obstacle. A lot of challenges for our life. It's never been easy. We accept it or not, it's life. It's like that. But you have to be flexible enough to move with the wind. Flexible to move with the wind. Keep trying each and every day, going up, facing the sunlight, rise high. Instead of keep doing this all years and all life, right? We have to be flexible the first thing, flexible with the wind. And then trying to stand up little by little every day. Rise high to get the sunlight and bloom. Now, that sunflowers, brilliant, with all seeds in it. And it's bright. It's very beautiful. I love sunflowers. I learn from it too. So all of us here, when we come to this life, we should be like that. Okay? Don't expect anything to be easy for us. Because the more you expect like that, the more you be suffer. No expectation. Regardless of this life throwing lemons or bitter melons or rock or stone, any type of things that is painful to our life, we still have to be flexible and then stand up, move forward, rise high, change ourselves each and every day. We have to do that. We have no choice. Either we moving forward or we stand still and left behind. Which one should we choose? Move forward, right? So the year of 2026, we should change our life. We should move forward. No more sorrow, no more suffering, no more sad, no more hate, no more greedy, no more delusions. We have to purify our mind. And plus, less lovers. A lot of us change lovers every year. Sometimes 3 lovers per year. Because when you sit in that toilet doing number 1 and number 2, unmindful, not mindful enough, you stand up and you drop your lovers in that bowl. Dot was in there, you fill it in, okay? Now you have to spend money to get a new lover. We've been sidetracked way too much. So change ourselves. Okay? Got it right? Yeah. Next question. Yes.
I'm asking this with a patient in mind. Can you help us how not to take things personally?
Patient in mind, how not take things personally. Let's say if I am holding a rope of fire, I am throwing at you right now. You're the only person who have the right to decide you will hold it or not. Is that right? Yes? Okay. Will you choose to hold it or not? No? Of course no, because you're gonna burn yourself. You're gonna burn yourself when somebody's saying something, even though they look it straight to your eyes and say, why did you do that? You shouldn't be like that, and shout at you and curse at you, like us when we walk. You have seen, you have heard out there, right? This is not the first time. It's been a while. There are people curse at us as well, shout at us, step on the gas pedal so that the black smoke cover all the monks. All those things. They looking straight to us and curse at us. How did I react? You know? Fight? Oh, you know, if we react in fighting to shout back, to curse back, we are not a monk anymore. That would be odd, right? Okay. So we also react. We also react. But instead of angry, instead of burning myself, ourselves, I give him a smile straight to his face. And I say, may you be well, happy, and peaceful. This is the way how we should react in this world. Regardless of what he or she said or done, there's no self in here. It's because you take it into to that thing where they say that you think that they talk about you, but there's no you. If I can explain in Buddhism, but I don't want to go there because this is not about religious. Okay, so don't take anything that you consider that or they talking about you, they criticize you, or anything like that. It's because of we always react so quickly because like a machine. like a robot. Anything happen, we react like that. And the more we react, the suffer we are. That person who step on that gas pedal, that person who shout and curses at us, they fall away already. They probably enjoy the meal already. Or travel somewhere to do something similar to the other people while we are here crying and suffer ourselves. Is it silly? It's really silly. Because it has nothing to do with us. You decide to take it or not. If you don't take it, who is it belong to? Huh? Me. If I throw that fire rope to you, if you don't take it, it belongs to me. If somebody curses at you, if you don't want to take it, belong to that person. Not yours. Why would you react and take it in? To suffer yourself. That is not love. You have to love yourself more. You deserve better. We deserve better. Not like that. So don't react. Being react so quickly, we suffer because this world is moving way too fast and we always want to chase after it. That's why we suffer. But remember, the more you react, the happy they are. They love it. Instead of react, when they throw in lemon at you, take that lemon and make some lemonade for yourself. It's okay. It's not going to hurt you if you just patiently observe that sound. Sound is just a sound. When it comes to this ear, if you don't record it in here, it will go out this ear. Done. Remember mindfulness? Sound, 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 come back here. If you cannot do that at that moment, take a deep breath. Who's in here that actually I remind to take a deep breath when I walk and see you cry? Many people that I have reminded, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. That is very important. That will slow down your heart rate. That will calm you down. Take a deep breath whenever you need. The airs are free. No charge. Okay. Question anymore? Why so many? Yes, sir.
You guys are out walking. Do you have a specific mantra that you fall back on when you're having a hard day?
When we walk, we don't use mantra. For Theravada tradition, we barely use mantra. Either we can do the chant in the one of the sutta, but most of the time we focus on our breathing. For myself, I focus on my breathing every day. That is why I have the energy to walk. You see how skinny am I? I don't eat a lot. I don't sleep a lot. And I also have illness. Same like everybody else. Different type of sickness, right? My health is not that good. Like back then, I tell the story again. One of the gentlemen come to me and kneel down in front of me and ask, Venerable brother, can you pray for me, please? I was like, what is going on? He said, I have back pain so much. It's been years. I have this back pain is killing me. I cannot do it my work. I say, oh wow, okay, congratulations. Because I do have 17 years of back pain too. And I do a lot of meditation and I do a lot of chanting every day. I still have back pain now. So if we keep on repeating ourselves, just sitting there and praying for something to drop down for us, it's not going to happen. So for myself to support me, first of all, we have to have a strong determination for this walk. Secondly, I have to be more patient whenever I encounter difficulties, challenges on the walk. Stepping on things, back pain, headache, people, a lot of things. People cursing, not all of you. And shouting and all that thing. All those, I didn't take any. Like I said, I didn't take them because if I take them, I won't be able to walk. Right? We just not know how to manage our emotions, our feelings. That is very important. And the more you focus on your breathing, the more energy you will get. It generate energy for yourself to walk. That is the inner energy. It's very important to do that. So breathe, breathe, and breathe. And if you don't want to breathe, when you walk, you can be mindful on step, touch. When you pick up, forward, down, touch. Like that. Repeat that way. Yes.
without letting our own feelings of anger or despair.
Injustices. How can we help without getting ourselves to get anger and be in that situation? To be honest with you, in our tradition is way different because we understand, we know what the cause and the effect. I tell you one story, may I? Back then, there's one guy, he listened to the talk and then he became enlightenment. His wisdom arise. And he was so happy and with joy and everything. He went to the tree and sat down under the tree and to observe all that joy and all that peacefulness within him. And there's one of the thief, he ran and he threw a bag of gold right behind of that tree. And all the soldiers all chase after that guy. And then come to the tree and then the soldiers, they saw that man sitting there with a bag of gold right behind it. They captured him and tortured him and then killed him. Okay? And then people was like, he was so kind. He didn't do anything wrong. He was just observing his awakening and why he deserved to get that. And then our Lord Buddha said, it's because he's getting what he have done in the past. One of his lifetime, he was one of the general who controlled the gate. He saw one of the horse cart, one of the they are business people. They're traveling, and late evening, and then he's standing up high, look down, and he saw in that cage it has one of very beautiful lady, the wife of the businessman. And then he had the kind of thought that he wants to marry that lady. And now that he get a bag of gold of himself, gave it to his soldier and tell the soldiers to hide it in that cart of the businessman. And now that all the soldiers did the job and then go look around the whole neighbors trying to find the bag of gold, and they found it inside of that cart. He captured the businessman and killed that guy. He married his wife. He married the wife. With that karma, he had to pay a lot, many lifetime, and until his last lifetime, which is become enlightenment, he still have to struggle with that. So that is a cause and effect. It's not just within this lifetime. That is in our tradition. Because I wanted to share so I can tell you, in our opinion, in our things, that when things happen, we don't know what we can do, what we should do. If you want to help, it's nothing wrong to help, but you have to be mindful. You have to be mindful by knowing things. What is right, what is wrong, what is the cause for this? Because when we don't know and we just all into it, maybe it's not the right thing, then we also suffer the same way. Whenever you help people in any way, in any condition, if they suffer, it's always best to help. Just like us, when we go out, we see people suffer. I want to help. I want to do something to bring them joy, right? And I always do my way, bless them, talk with them, give them advice, just to breathe. Because most of us attach to the people, attach to the situation, and we put our emotion into that. When we put our emotion into shoving things, it won't turn out right. Because of all those emotional things. It's always have personal thoughts, personal point of view in it. It's not good for you, it's not good for that people either. So be mindful with it. If you need to give advice, just help that person, to calm that person down. To comfort that person. That is what you should do. And anything else, there will be justice, there will be court or anything like that. And people who have the power to help. But for us, we don't know much. We should just try to comfort our friend, comfort our people. Trying to do something to help. Just like us right now. There was one question, why you not walk for justice, but for peace? I said, there are so many people in this world. Not just these venerable monks who walk for peace. In our religions, we don't want to create any drama. We don't want to create any war whatsoever. And the venerable monks are not allowed to involve in politics or anything like that. That is our rules. Our Buddha rules. So we basically simply just walk for peace and raise the awareness of peace. And there will be all the people who will walk for justice later on. We don't know. But each people have different mindset, different point of view, and the different way to support each other. And this is how we choose to support our people. By just mindfully walk, and to support our people, to raise that awareness, to share the key of mindfulness so that everybody can practice the same way to bring happiness and peace to ourselves, our family, and our neighbors. That is how we spread peace. So, in the morning, now let's go back. In the morning when we wake up, don't touch your phone yet. Don't go back to your sleep yet. Not yet, but don't go back to your sleep. Get up, 5-second rules. Okay, get up, and then get a piece of paper and a pen out. Write out the statement, very simple and short. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Remember, please, even though you heard me talk about this for the last 88 days, it's okay. Get a piece of paper and a pen out to write that down. This is very powerful to support, to remind you during your daily life. Okay? Write it down. Today is going to be my peaceful day. And then read it over and over with our eyes. After that, read it out loud. Today is going to be my peaceful day. To tell the universe that today is going to be my peaceful day so that no one in this world can mess it up except ourselves. We are the only person who can mess our days up, no one else. Remember the rope? If you don't take it, you won't mess your days up. But if you hold it, you ruin your day. Remember that. And so if every single person in this world doing the same thing, just one simple method. Today is going to be my peaceful day, and read it out loud to the universe. Throw that to the universe. The universe will receive all this and shower back down with all kind of love and kindness and compassion and peace for all beings who be benefited. Instead of we throw in hatred, angers, and greedy and delusion and all that things to the universe, which we have been. That is why we've been receiving so many disasters and so many things happening around us, right? It's because of all those things we have been thrown into the universe. This is the year of 2026. This is the years of peace that we are coming out for. Starting from tonight, we should change our life by walking together with the venerable monks in spirit until the end of our life, by practicing mindfulness, loving kindness, compassion, spread that message to the universe every day so that this country will be at peace and peace will bloom and flourish throughout this universe. Can we all do this? That is low energy. Thank you so much. So, you already promised that you will walk with us to the end of our life. Please remember that and practice every day. Don't forget. We don't have much time left to waste. We don't have much energy left to waste. Let us all move forward. Don't stand at one place. Don't get yourself left behind anymore. Enough is enough. May you all be well, be happy, and be peaceful. And when you go home, please be mindful when you're driving home, patient. And when you go in home, this is your test. You came here with a peaceful mind, right? Excited to come here to see the venerable monks and to listen to the talk, isn't it? Even though you're stuck in traffic for hours. And you stand in this ground for hours too. But all those, because we still haven't heard the talk, we still haven't met each other yet. So we still have that type of positive energy. But here we come. When we are trying to get home after the talk, this is when peace will very be easy to fragile. Peace with a condition is not peace. Remember that. Okay? So when you go home, when you try to get out of this area, be mindful, be patient, don't rush. It's going to be late anyway. So don't rush. You will get home, you will get your chance to go to the toilet and talk with your loved one. So don't rush yourself. You love this, huh? Okay, let us all close for tonight, and then we will hand out the peace bracelet to all of us here tonight. Remember that those peace bracelets to remind you to be more peace, happy, loving kindness, compassion, and mindfulness practicing. That is the meaning of those peace bracelets. And it also means that we are tying you up with us so that you cannot escape from walking. Okay? Thank you, everyone. Good night.
There is a profound and ancient rhythm to the act of walking. It is perhaps the most human of all movements, one foot placed deliberately in front of the other. A constant negotiation with gravity and the earth beneath us. Most of us walk to get somewhere, to the car, to the office, to the refrigerator, but there are those who walk for a different purpose entirely. Not to reach a destination on a map, but to arrive at a state of being. This is the essence of the pilgrimage, a journey that mirrors the unpredictable, often arduous, yet undeniably beautiful path of life itself. When we listen to the wisdom shared by Venerable Bhikkhu Panikkara, the spiritual leader of the Walk for Peace, we are not merely hearing the travelogue of a monk who has traversed American highways and backroads for 89 days. We are receiving a map for our own internal terrain, a guide to navigating the wilderness of the modern heart. The venerable monk reminds us of a truth we often try desperately to ignore. We all secretly wish for flat roads. We want our lives to be smooth, paved, and predictable. We yearn for a highway without potholes, a career without setbacks, and relationships without friction. Yet, as the pilgrimage through states like Alabama revealed to the walkers, the road is rarely flat. It is a roller coaster, filled with steep inclines that test our lungs and sharp descents that test our knees. The road of life is littered with the debris of existence, the metaphorical rocks, broken glass, nails, and screws that threaten to puncture our spirit. To walk this path requires more than just physical endurance. It requires a radical shift in perspective. It demands that we stop waiting for the road to smooth out before we allow ourselves to be happy. We must learn to walk over the sharp stones of difficulty not with resentment, but with a determined mindfulness, promising ourselves that we will keep moving forward because life was never guaranteed to be easy. It is in the acceptance of the roller coaster nature of reality that we find our first footing in peace. If the uneven road represents the external challenges of the world, then the warmth of our bed represents the internal battle with our own inertia. The journey toward a peaceful life does not begin with a grand gesture or a public declaration. It begins in the quiet, private war we wage the moment the alarm clock rings. We have all been there. The morning light filters in. The alarm sounds, and immediately, the negotiation begins. We bargain for 5 more minutes, hitting the snooze button, allowing the comfort of the blankets to seduce us back into unconsciousness. Venerable Panikkara describes this phenomenon with a humorous but piercing accuracy. It is as if the bed grows arms and legs, grabbing us, pulling us down, holding us hostage for hours. This inertia is not just about sleep. It is a metaphor for how we approach our lives, delaying, hesitating, avoiding the cold reality of the day in favor of a warm, comfortable numbness. To break this cycle, the monk offers a startlingly urgent practice, the 5-second rule. He asks us to consider the fragility of our existence. Life hangs on a single breath. If we breathe in and do not breathe out, we are gone. In the grand scheme of things, 5 seconds is a lifetime. Therefore, if we cannot get up immediately, we give ourselves a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get up. There is no negotiation, no debate. It is a sheer act of will. This simple technique is about more than just punctuality. It is about self-mastery. If you can conquer the voice in your head that says, "Stay down," if you can win that first solitary victory of the morning, you have already set the tone for every challenge that follows. A person who can command their own body to rise from comfort is a person who can command their mind to remain calm in chaos. It is the first step in winning the war against our own laziness and complacency, proving to ourselves that we want to live in this world, fully and awake. Once we are up and standing in the light of the day, we must look to nature for instructions on how to grow. The monk points us toward the sunflower, a symbol of resilience and orientation. We often admire the sunflower for its brilliant yellow face, standing tall and proud, but we forget its origins. When the sunflower is a bud, it faces down, it is humble, it is flexible, it moves with the wind, bending so as not to break. This is a crucial lesson for our own rigidity. We often think that strength means standing akin to a stone wall, unmoving and hard, but in a storm, the wall cracks while the reed bends. To survive the winds of life, the unexpected changes, the losses, the shifting cultural tides, we must first be flexible. As the sunflower matures, it begins a daily ritual of devotion to the light. It turns its face upward, tracking the sun across the sky. It commits itself to rising high, leaving the darkness of the soil behind. This is the model for our spiritual maturation. Regardless of whether life throws us lemons or bitter melons, regardless of the rocks and stones, we must keep turning our faces toward the light of awareness and kindness. We cannot stay hunched over, protecting ourselves from the world. We must rise. We must bloom. The sunflower does not bloom for the sake of an audience. It blooms because that is its nature. Similarly, we must cultivate our own inner brilliance, not to impress others, but because a life lived in the shadows of fear and resentment is a life wasted. We must be flexible enough to survive the storm, but determined enough to always find the sun. However, finding the sun is difficult when others are trying to drag us into the shade. One of the most challenging aspects of the human experience is dealing with the hostility of others. We walk through the world and encounter people who are angry, critical, or even abusive. They may shout, curse, or step on the gas pedal to cover us in smoke. Our instinct, honed by evolution and ego, is to fight back. We want to shout louder, curse harder, and prove them wrong. But Venerable Panikkara offers a transformative image, the rope of fire. Imagine someone throws a burning rope at you. You have a choice. You can catch it, in which case your hands will be burned, and you will be in agony. Or, you can simply step aside and let it fall to the ground. The anger of another person is that burning rope. If you react, if you take it personally, if you let their words sink into your heart and replay them over and over, you have caught the rope. You are burning yourself with a fire you did not start. The monk teaches that the insult belongs to the giver until you accept it. If you refuse to accept the gift of anger, it remains with them. This is not passivity. It is a supreme act of self-love. Why would you choose to burn your own hands? Why would you allow someone else's bad day to ruin your inner peace? Instead of reacting with fire, we can react with water, a smile, a silent wish for their well-being, or simply the presence of mind to breathe. By refusing to pick up the rope, we break the cycle of suffering. We protect our own peace and, in doing so, we refuse to add more heat to an already overheating world. This practice of non-reactivity becomes even more vital and more difficult when we witness injustice. It is one thing to brush off a personal insult. It is another to stand by when we see suffering or unfairness around us. The heart cries out to intervene, often with a fury that feels righteous. We want to fix, to judge, to punish. But here, too, we are warned against letting the feelings of anger or fear eat us. The wisdom of the walk teaches us that acting out of anger, even for a good cause, often leads to more confusion and suffering. We must understand the law of cause and effect, that every action has a history and a consequence, often far more complex than we can see in the moment. The story is told of the man who, in a moment of spiritual bliss, is wrongly accused of theft and punished. It is a hard story, one that challenges our Western desire for immediate justice. Yet, the deeper lesson is not about resignation, but about the quality of our intervention. If we jump into a chaotic situation with a chaotic mind, we only add to the chaos. If we try to help a suffering neighbor while our own heart is pounding with rage, we are not truly helping. We are projecting our own emotion onto them. The most powerful way to help is to first be a reservoir of calm, to take a deep breath, that free, abundant medicine, and to help the other person breathe. 2. To comfort, to soothe, to bring the temperature down. Justice has its place in the courts and the laws, but in the immediate human moment, our role is to be the piece that is missing from the situation. We must be the solid ground for those who are shaking, and we cannot be solid if we are shaking with anger ourselves. So, how do we maintain this level of mindfulness? How do we remember to breathe, to drop the burning rope, to be the sunflower? The world is distracting, and our memory is short. We need a ritual, a daily anchor to hold us steady. Venerable Panikkara suggests a practice that is almost disarmingly simple, yet profound in its implications. Every morning, after we have won the battle with the alarm clock, we should take a pen and a piece of paper. We should write down a single sentence. Today is going to be my peaceful day. This is not just a wish, it is a declaration. We are advised to read it with our eyes, and then read it out loud, throwing the words out to the universe. By doing this, we are setting a boundary around our consciousness. We are telling the world, and more importantly, telling ourselves, that peace is our priority. When we make this declaration, we take ownership of our emotional state. We realize that no one else has the power to mess up our day, not the rude driver, not the difficult boss, not the rainy weather. Only we can mess up our day by choosing to react, by choosing to pick up the rope. This morning ritual acts as a shield. When the challenges inevitably come, we can remember the vow we made to the universe at dawn. We can remember that we promised ourselves peace, and we do not break promises to ourselves. It reorients us from being victims of circumstance to being architects of our own experience. As the sun sets and the day concludes, the final test awaits. It is easy to feel peaceful when we are sitting in a meditation hall. listening to inspiring words, or surrounded by like-minded friends wearing peace bracelets. But, as the monk warns, peace with a condition is not peace. If your peace depends on the traffic being light, the kids being quiet, and the bank account being full, you do not have peace. You have a temporary lull in anxiety. The real practice begins when we leave the sanctuary. It begins in the parking lot, in the traffic jam, in the tired rush to get home and make dinner. This is the fragility of conditional peace. We can spend hours building up positive energy, only to shatter it in 5 minutes of road rage. The warning is clear. Do not rush. The night is already late. Rushing will not change the rotation of the earth. When we drive home, when we walk through our front door, we are entering the advanced level of the training. We must carry the peace bracelet, not just on our wrists, but in our minds. We must view every delay as a chance to practice patience, every irritation as a bell inviting us back to our breath. The walk does not end when we stop moving our feet. The walk continues in how we greet our families, how we listen to our partners, and how we close our eyes at night. We are invited to walk together in spirit for the rest of our lives. Step by mindful step, knowing that we don't have time or energy to waste on hatred. We move forward, flexible as the sunflower, calm as the breath, leaving the burning ropes behind, walking always toward the light of a peaceful day.